When it comes to Apple's highly anticipated sequel to the iPhone SE, which presumably will be named the iPhone SE 2, reports on what this budget iPhone might look like and when it might be released are very conflicting. We actually talked about this iPhone SE 2 a few months back, but there's been a lot more information in the last couple of weeks. So in terms of what we think the device might look like, some reports have suggested that the only real difference between this iteration of the SE and the last is an all-new glass back, which would allow for wireless charging like the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and the 10. There's actually a short video of what appears to be an unreleased iPhone SE with the glass back for wireless charging. The rear shell on the current iPhone SE is largely aluminum, with small glass panels along the top and bottom. This device could easily be a knockoff of some sort, and so take this with a grain of salt, but the possibility of the new iPhone SE being largely the same aside from some internal upgrades and a glass backing seems a bit disappointing. Some consumers, myself included, are holding out hope for an iPhone SE that might resemble the iPhone X in design with an edge-to-edge display. The latest word comes from Japanese blog Mac Atakara, citing Chinese accessory makers who claim production has yet to begin for the second-generation iPhone SE. In fact, Apple is apparently still considering a final design for the device among the several different prototypes it has said to have tested. The report claims that at least one of those prototypes has an iPhone X-esque design, including nearly full-screen display with no home button and a notch, while other prototypes are believed to have a similar design to the current iPhone SE, except for the previously mentioned glass back. Some reports are also suggesting that the notch on the SE will be about half the size of the one on the 10, which would be too small to fit the true depth camera system needed for Face ID. And this is where the hopes of an edge-to-edge display on a budget iPhone go downhill for me personally, because I kind of find it very hard to believe that Apple would not include some sort of authentication, and without Face ID and presumably no room for Touch ID, I just can't see how Apple would sell this to its consumers. Even the release date of the potential new iPhone SE 2 is conflicting, as earlier reports and regulatory filings suggest that the new iPhone could be revealed in May or early June at WWDC. Others, including accessory makers, believe the new iPhone SE is more likely to launch the third quarter of 2018, suggesting the device could be unveiled alongside a new iPhone X and the iPhone X Plus in September. If true, however, Apple has most likely already finalized the design of the device. If you're a fan of the iPhone SE and are holding out hope for a new version, it looks like that should happen. However, what it might look like and when it might be available are still up in the air. So let us know what you want to see in the new iPhone SE 2, and if you prefer a similar design to the previous generation, or maybe an iPhone X-like design in the comment section down below. This has been Dan with Mac Rumors, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.